The Weston Shield is proudly presented to you by Ria Money Transfer, money where you need it, and supported by Dream 11, HCL Software, Rado, La Junta de Andalucía, and Victorinox.
Europe 11, you're the home team, you'll toss the coin. British and Irish as the away team, you'll call. Here you go.
Ria.
It's been called Ria. It's come down, Ria. You've won the toss.
We'll have it back.
Okay, toss from the British and Irish 11. Who will bat first?
Male facing up first ball. And he digs right in. He's not going to get that all the way, but it is going to roll to the rope. Good start for the British here. Start with a 4. It wasn't quite off the middle. He's actually looking quite suspiciously there. Smale at the bottom of his bat. This one's gone square, and Smale has found the middle of the bat there because that's gone all the way for the first Maximo of the day. 6 runs, 203. Smale goes again, and he's gonna, I think we're gonna have to check that for the boundary. It's definitely gone to the rope. We'll have to see on the replay if it's 4 or 6. 4 signalled on the field. Some early work for our friends from 2 circles. Smale goes again, it's gonna be the same result. What a start this is for B&I. It's 4 boundaries in a row. It's going to be a bit more seam in the form of Hamza Salim Dar, but the result is going to be exactly the same. A bit of creativity there. William Smale tries to get funky again, goes the other way. What a piece of creativity this is.
Mamma mia. Well, whether he meant it or not, we'll have to wait and see and make our minds up. But how about that? That is just, come on, see that, meant to play it or not?
From the non-striker's end so far. And he joins in a bit of the destruction himself, and that one has been cracked over wide long on. It's an early jog for one of our blue crew down there into the woods. And that ball has gone the distance, and this is a blistering start for the British and Irish 11. That's a better line, and there's an appeal, and it's gone. So Johnny Connell, final ball off the second over. He gets a light feather on it. He did try to stand his ground. I think he knew he was a goner. It was more of a celebration than an appeal from Hamza Salim Dar. It was a good take behind the stumps there as well. Just 14 deliveries, and he contributed 7 Maximos to that record-breaking Maximo total. This one's up in the air. It should be taken. Back-pedaling fielder there at long on, and it is taken. Sikandar under the ball there, and it's around 300. But it might be a short-lived innings for him here. It's up in the air again. It's a bit of an action replay. And Sikandar, safe hands once more. 2 in 2 for Jeremy Martins. And Niels Priestley, he is record-breaking at the moment, but that's not going to do his strike rate much good as he has to depart for a golden derrick. Here we go, hat-trick ball. Oh, well bowled, and it's just outside off stump. Kevin O'Brien flirts with it and into the fray, bowling the 4th. O'Brien leans back on that one, and he just kind of pushes it all the way for 6. It's the first Maximo of the innings for the icon from BIXI.
Maybe after this delivery, it's that one. Well, it stays a little bit low, but that's good, quick hands, good wrist work from O'Brien to just clip that one away, but doesn't come up as much this one from Amadi. That's going to be 4 more runs, 6 and 4. Well, maybe O'Brien, he's hungry for some more.
Absolutely, and how many languages will be spoken out there in the middle as well? We've got such an international flair to our tournament. Speaking of flair, well, that's been hit straight through to the keeper. Seamus Lynch, he knew as soon as he hit it that he was a goner, especially with the safe hands of Noah Cruz behind the stumps. And this time he goes leg side, and it should be taken. And it's dropped there by Zemus Deploy, who's usually so steady with his hands.
Against Asian 11 as well, which is 158. So I think they need a few more of these. Shaba. And Kevin O'Brien, the icon player and the captain, brings up his 50 in style. He goes for a big 6.
Easy end. He goes big again here. He hasn't quite got hold of it, but he's got enough of it. I think that just dropped over the rope. Mohamed Atif almost gave up on it. Absolutely, and I think O'Brien's maybe listening to you because that is a big shot straight down the ground. Shariz Ahmed there long off. He just stood still as a statue as soon as that came off the bat of the Irishman, because he knew that was sailing way over his head. Slow ball comes out, and the fielder out there should take it this time. Benzema's deploy makes up for his mistake, gives his head a little shake because he knows that it was his drop that cost his team.
First, and that's whipped away by Hinley. There's nobody out there. Will go all the way. Manos. Arriba, 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 árbitro, porque eso es 6 carreras. Que guay, que genial.
Make that 174 and take cover in the fan zone as that pings up the top of the roof. The losing side yesterday against this team, and they're going to have to get something similar to that, because Hinley, he goes to his half century off just 12 deliveries, 51 off 12. Hinley goes again. He doesn't quite get hold of all of it, but it's going to be enough to go all the way to the rope, and it's another 6. Well, maybe not actually, because Zemus Deploy will do the fielding out there, making sure that ball lands safely in his hands, so they just scamper through for one to BIXI, but still a brilliant final over for them. 26 runs coming off it.
Get those 6 sixes in the over. Gets beaten by Gooden. Does like to, I think we've seen this from a lot of these batters, especially in this format. Well, that means nobody out there. This one is going, and will go all the way. 6 runs, doesn't really get that. And that one will go all the way as well. The shorter one, he gets tested, but he gets himself in a good early position. Race as well. And that will be another one. He is so quick on this. Just look at the movement. It's not out of the middle, miscue, and it's a big wicket. So Max O'Dowd gets beaten from the first and hits 3 sixes, and then miscues this one, catching chance. I mean, no huge celebrations, it has to be said. Left-hander comes out. Well, he goes for this one. Doesn't get it out of the middle. And that is a stunning catch. Wow. Same as Lynch. El Machina makes it look easy.
The ball was swirling in the air because it didn't come flush off the bat.
And he could go first ball as well. He will. It's going to be a golden quacker for Shahid Afridi. He's trying to work this one away. It's a heavy ball straight into him. And Afridi puts his bat under his arm and he starts to walk off. It's a disastrous start. They were 28 for 5 after 15, but they recovered. Well, that's probably one that perhaps should have been stopped. I think when you think about some of the standards that we're seeing in the field, and that one gets through Tom Hinley.
Yeah, maybe we can allow. It's a slower ball there from Sturgis. Well bowled, actually, and what a piece of fielding out there. I don't know who that is.
I think it looked like Priestley.
Priestley out there, and he's 3 fours in a row, just followed up with the single to bring Deploy on strike for his first delivery. And that's, I think, is that a flush off?
That's caught him on the shoulder.
On the shoulder, okay.
That's hurt. I mean, that was a pace on delivery. That's caught him. I reckon that it's caught him right on the bone. And yeah, it looks like here that, now I don't know if this is precautionary, but I wonder if the medics have decided that they'd rather get this checked. So maybe Simmons Deploy is going to have to go and get maybe that shoulder x-rayed or looked at, because that was full on, and I think it was right on the bone. So it's not a good sign. Let's hope that it's nothing serious.
In the Western Shield, but he came back with a bang yesterday, and someone else who's coming out with a bang is the captain of the European 11. That's another big hit, and that will go all the way. And this is quite a little counter punch. Nope.
Look where he's standing here, by the way.
Oh, what's the point of having stumps? But, well, what's the point, will Noah say, because that was right in Noah's Ark, but he doesn't get all of it, and it just goes into the grateful hands. I'm sure it's Tom Hindley out there again, because who else after he scored that blistering half-century in the first innings. That's better directed, but it's been directed straight into the trees all the way. It's actually hit the middle of the tree stump there, and what a hit that was from Fayaz Khan. That grizzly has gone deep into the wood.
So Fayaz Khan.
We have a little message in the crowd there as well. Someone's been doing their arts and crafts in the morning, and wow, someone who's eaten their Weetabix this morning is Fayaz Khan, because that has not gone into the jungle, that's gone into the next postcode region.
So I think he's somebody who's, all right, comes back with a straight one, and that's going to go straight down the ground. There's going to be 6 more. So the runs just keep on flowing here at the moment. They're staying in touch, and I think that's Corey saying, you see, if you miss your margin by just that much. Short, great shot, lovely shot. Ah, this is classy. Well, this is a Victorinox precision strike. It really is. What a shot this is.
Well, still 1 ball left. And, well, that's the response from Julius. He says, well, goodbye off stump. And what a delivery that was. And Fayaz Khan, he misses out on that occasion. Smiles all round for BIXI as they pick up their 5th wicket. European 11, 104 for 5. And while that one goes high up in the air, it's a half chance. In fact, it's a full chance that it will be taken out on the boundary. The 2 set batters both fall in consecutive balls across the 2 overs. That's really put the cat among the pigeons. The European 11.
It's just going down. Quite crazy. High, catching opportunity.
High up in the air, and it's Tom Hindley, who else, who takes that catch, and that's a hat-trick for Hindley in terms of catches to add to his 58 runs with the ball off just 14 deliveries. So I think he might have player of the match stitched up. 1 point could make all the difference. As Khalid Ahmadi comes in, goes for a big swing, and in fact, the keeper really loves this, and it's William Smale behind the stumps.
Let's have a look. And, oh, it's going to be close, but I don't think any part, if I'm looking at that, I don't see any part of the foot past the line. It might be on the line, it's not past it.
Of course, it's going to be down to the umpires to make this call, or the 3rd umpire.
It's a tough call, but I think he's going to have to go here. I really do. I mean, the look at the players, they're all looking, and there's the decision, and it's a big decision. It's going to be another wicket, and Oliver Davidson, he's taken the 3rd in the over.
It's not bad enough to keep him from the action. Hat-trick ball for Davidson.
And
Zima says no.
Nothing wrong with him. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know who's that who have got their backs to the ball. You never do that on the cricket field or anywhere now around the cricket field, because it can be dangerous, but I reckon he's all right. That's a lovely shot. The slog sweep for 6.
Rico, Mohammed Saklin in Malta, and he goes for the slower ball, and the Pfeiffer's on here, and it should be taken, and is. It's taken by Tommy Sturgis. And Ollie Davidson, he did a bit of a hoodoo magic there. He bowled the wide. It was a bit of a dirty ball, but then that gave him the opportunity to come back to get his 5-wicket haul, and that's exactly what he's done. Gets the wicket of Hamza Salim Dar.
Not got that point.
Well, that's up in the air. It's going to be a chance. There's 2 fielders converging on it, and one of them goes for it, and that's a brilliant catch in the outfield. A tumbling catch. I thought for first that there was going to be a bit of a slow motion car crash, but as it is, there's the European 11 skittled for 138. Still 8 balls left on the table, but they did at least get that all-important bonus point. But it will be BIXI who take home the 3 points and the win.
Yeah, the catching has been sensational from the British and Irish 11. That's one thing I think that European 11 would know. They'll be honest with themselves. They let themselves down a little bit in the field. Remember, they dropped O'Brien a few times.